welcome to the table episode season finale.
It's the end of season 1, but do not think that you can sleep on us. Season 2 will be coming, but season 1 is done like 2021.
Did you have that planned, legit?
I swear to God I didn't. I just spit ill shit on the daily.
Ew, spit ill shit. No, F45 has changed you in ways.
I mean, every once in a while I just like drop a verse and just like, yeah.
I don't think we're... Well, I'm Stacey McGonagall, and I am forever joined
by Patrick Murray.
So season finale, like we are blessed. Season 1 was, I'm just gonna fix my webcam and really just get this legit here.
Great.
Season 1 was just a dream, a joy, a vision, an icon to me. I'm sad.
Yes. I know. And like, thank you to so much. Great. Thank you so much to everyone who has listened, subscribed. Certainly there could be more of you. So keep the momentum going, even in our absence. Just keep subscribing.
Yes, and we will be back. And if, obviously if breaking news happens, we will be on the forefront. But we will be announcing the beginning of season 2 soon. But we're taking a little break. You're becoming a homeowner.
I am.
Which is huge and massive and amazing.
I mean, before we started recording, I correctly used the term Mason for one who works with stones, not as in Disick. And I take a moment to celebrate myself for that.
It was impressive because I really thought you were making a bit of a house joke, which as a renter is sort of going over my head, where you said, I have a stone guy. And I said, you do? Oh my God. No one cares about this, but
Don't you have a mason? We all need a mason. No, I do not have a stone guy, but I do have a gay that works at CB2. So hopefully we can get some discounts on.
Wow.
I'm trying to blend like a Kim K kind of like stone cold vibe. Is that what you
really want?
A bit of. I want a mixture. Again, like I want some pieces, as you would know from your old Navy jumpsuits, still available on Poshmark. So
actually, Poshmark kicked me off because I didn't make a sale, so they shut down the store.
Delusion. Oh God, I have to tell you. Okay, so I'm very much getting renovicted.
What do you mean?
Well, that's why I had to like move and.
I didn't know. Okay.
And then we turn a negative into a positive, and we were able to get a little condo vibe. Anyway,
what happened?
So I have to move out like all of this furniture, this like big furniture that I don't want anymore because again, the Mason does not approve.
Exactly. And that is the title of the podcast.
And hold on. Can we pause?
Oh God, why?
Can I send you a picture and then you can load it and put it up and like react to it?
Of course. Have you ever walked down the street with someone like that?
No, but if I was getting that good Gyllenhaal pipe,
I
would drape as much as possible. I would just be like truly like crawling on my knees trying to get a little sucky.
The thing is, I love how you perceive yourself that you need to be on the ground looking for a little sucky. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, that you're just so denied dick that you're just like, little pee-pee, please. Like,
just a lick. Just give me a lick.
I know that the gay economy is different. And so you perceive yourself a certain way, but I think you're lowering your stock market value by the little city.
I mean, I was looking at my table for like a reflective table of the year and like, I'm like, this is just so horny. Like,
yes, I want to do a super cut of just you being like, and then I'd have to suck them in the bathroom because it was every episode you were sucking someone off.
Truly, like any male identifying person that was placed at the table, I was giving sucky.
Except for Harvey Milk, where you were like, please do not bring up gay rights. This is not the table for that.
There would be an exchange of like, I'll give you sucky if we can talk about like, we have to keep it light.
But I just don't think you should call what you're bringing to the table sucky, because I think you're making it not, it seems like a little fun, like a little.
Well, I can bring the LOLs après suck. We gotta get the sucky out of the way, and
you have to get the sucky out of the way.
Yeah, then she's been fed.
Okay, so you are moving. I have the photo.
Okay, so the thing is, I am moving, and I have these like big pieces of furniture that I want to die
because you're getting rent evicted.
Because I'm getting rent-evicted. Yeah, like my landlord was like, "Oh, I'm going to be renovating this apartment. Also, my daughter's moving in," and I was "Oh, so we're using all the excuses." Got it.
Right.
So I have these big pieces of furniture that I want to get rid of, and I also don't want to like do any work. So I hired movers to just bring furniture down to the street. And they were like, "Do you have that cleared by the city of Toronto?" And I was like, "Of course." So I had these two men come in and just bring furniture down to the street.
Right.
And then when I saw it, it suddenly felt like a lot more stuff.
Patrick, like, this is crazy. Like I would have taken some of it.
Really stretching the limits of what's acceptable to just put on College Street.
Now, not to be the network, but like this is all alleged, and Patrick may or may not have done this.
Yeah, I 100% did it, and here's
also I love you leaning away from the picture to talk. Do you want me to keep this photo up because this is so much furniture?
It is so much furniture. And that is me very much peering from the window because like I saw a woman immediately sniffing around.
Of course, this is what you want. This is the classic Toronto.
And then she leaves. And I'm like, "What's the matter?"
Because she probably doesn't have a car.
So this is where like, you know, you do good things and good things come back to you. Even though that is very much a bad thing. The same day my mom was picking me up around like a 2-3 before the holidays. And I'm like, there's no action on the pieces. And I'm getting very nervous. She pulls up, isn't it right in front of her? Van, 3 European men. They've already like padded the van.
No.
Yeah. And they just start, they're like, doop-ba-doop-ba-doo. I leave being like, out of sight, out of mind. Let's hope for the best. And I'm like, as long as there's just a few things left, then I won't like feel bad.
Right.
Everything was gone.
Well, of course. I mean, everything was wrapped up and ready to go. They're going to try and flip that. Dare I say on Poshmark? And I wish them well. It's a tough market out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into what the theme of today's table is, because it is a mixture. Let's just take a moment for vape. Wow. So we have decided to basically group up our favorite moments to put at the table.
Yeah, we're doing like kind of a year in review, like a look back at 2021 as we look forward to 2022. What can we take with us and what do we want to leave behind?
And I have a feeling COVID might be at your kids' table.
Bitch, when I tell you I thought about it, I thought about Stacey read me down so hard for putting COVID at my kids' table one week because yes, it was I had lost steam.
Also, just like your look around and then COVID, like you still had to lie. I mean, I'll forgive you for that, but are you still using Apple Music?
Okay, yes, I did have someone bravely step into the light and comment on one of my photos like I'm Apple Music too. And again, like that's a lot because we are not a proud people.
No, nor should you be.
But I feel like I'm finding some little sleeper cells on the Apple Music train. And
I can't. This is upsetting to me. Okay, can I tell you that I did the Hunger Games 3-finger, like thinking, like I made a reference at work because people were talking about the Hunger Games and they were like, wait, what are you doing? Because I just put my 3 fingers up. But they were like, I'm sorry. And I was like, I'll leave. Okay, so I feel like we should go back and forth perhaps, just as a little. So it seemed that you were more prepared than I, because I'm worried because I have a terrible memory, like really bad memory.
Right.
So I have some things written down, but I feel like you might inspire me to remember more.
Great. Okay. Well, first at my table is Diane.
I have Diane at my table as well.
Honestly, 2 Dianes. I love. Diane was I got the pleasure of going to a wedding. My friend's mother-in-law, who was just like wealth personified. And in a way that she embraced me. So I was able to just like turn on everyone else. Like I was like, we are the same.
You guys were the same. It's not every day that you meet the same level of villain.
Mention it all.
In a glass.
Yeah.
Look at my house.
I did find out one additional little tidbit about Diane.
Please share.
Because I'm always hungry for just like little moments. Which was because like, you know, we all got to enjoy White Lotus this year.
Of course.
Which we loved. So I was like, I wonder like, what does Diane feel about White Lotus? So apparently my friend asked her if she was watching it and she was like,
I watched one episode. I don't really get all of the buzz. I don't understand. We've been to the 4 seasons in Maui, and I talked to the staff, and they love it there.
Oh my God. Diane.
And I love that, and I celebrate that.
Diane was a big moment for you. The whole wedding was just...
I mean, being able to cosplay as Rich...
that's all we want to do.
Was wonderful. Yeah. So Diane is at my table. I told you I like stayed with her. So I stayed in her son's apartment.
What? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Cause he was like at home. So I was able to stay like for free. And I started to like, this is such a weird, like, trauma. Like, so I was like, oh, I need to get him something.
What do you mean, like the guy?
The person who hosted me. Like I stayed in a place for free. I need to like leave something.
What? Okay.
Okay. So I guess you're not going to have the same.
No. I just thought like I thought you were giving the gift to Diane. I didn't think you were also like extending it to the son, but that's very kind.
So, this
What'd you get?
So I asked like, because initially I was like, oh, what's something like normally I would get like a nice bottle of wine or something.
Yeah.
But, like, I think like he doesn't drink. So I was like, okay, like should I get him like an Uber Eats thing? Like just be like, or like what's his favorite restaurant? And it was kind of confusing because like, again, he was at home, whatever. So I found out that like he likes this golf store. Great. I'll get him a gift card to the golf store.
Okay.
The thing that traumatized me in hindsight was when I chose a $50 gift card.
Okay. That was going to be my question is like the thing about the gift card
is it needs to be 100.
Okay. Here's the thing. I actually don't think so. And again, I'm not rich, but I feel like a bottle of wine, you want to do like $20, maybe $30 bottle of wine. That probably 30.
50. I think it has to start at 50.
The bottle?
I mean, I think you would get like, okay, in theory, I would get like a bottle of champagne that would be like $80
What?
or something. Like you want to get something that's
how long did you stay at the house?
a week.
Okay.
Faux free.
Okay, yeah, no, for sure. Okay, so if it was like Diane, I would do like a really nice bottle of wine, a chocolate, a flower, because then we have an environment. We have a tablescape.
Self-care Sunday.
Yes. Now, this guy, does he know you? Like, I think $50 is fine, right?
It was just like, and it's like, there was that thing where I was like, fuck, it's also like US. So it's like my $50 thing is actually like $75.
But you're on a budget. Like, I think it's honestly like it is the thought that truly counts. It's like the appreciation of the stay.
But the thing is, like, this is why, like, I think in a Diane's world, it's not the thought. Like, it's like thinking something is meaningless.
No, but this is Diane. You're giving this to the son.
Right, but okay.
So like Diane is like, if Diane's like being presented with the thank you, obviously you put it in a card.
Yeah.
You didn't just give him a free.
It was an email.
Okay. Listen, I'm not the best with gifts. Like, I freak out. Like, I can't.
I did freak out. It was like, it was,
and thought.
Then it was like, then when you're like, fuck, it should have been something different. But you're like, I can't like send a weird other one. Like,
and you don't drink, right? So like, if I was staying at your place, like, what would be the gift that you would hope to receive? Because I would do like a case of, Diet Coke,
so $3,
some flowers. I would do a tablescape of like your favorite things.
That's very cute. Yeah. I feel like a nice candle.
See, that's perfect. This is good for people to know because we always go to like wine, but what if someone doesn't drink? What do you do? Because it needs to be as luxurious.
Yes, it has to be like a treat.
Absolutely. I would probably do Uber Eats. Because it's like, it's the one thing where you're like, am I going to spend $50 for a burger? And it's like, today I will.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe realizing that probably the candle that Diane gave me for just like coming to her house, like it was like a what's that even called? Poor, like
plebe?
No, like because it's not a host gift because they're the host, but you're like it's like a guest gift, like a fucking loot bag.
Yeah, but when people are in an upper echelon, like they cannot.
That's just a candle.
Because imagine if you were in an upper echelon and you were like being kind to someone that wasn't necessarily in that place. I wouldn't be expecting.
Right, I would give you like very, very nice silicone lube.
Oh my God, that would be so nice. Water-based preferred, but whatever you want to do.
Oh well.
I actually I don't know the difference really. I just said that to be funny. What is the difference?
Water-based is like, so silicone is like better. They're probably all bad for you, but
yeah, like what's the difference?
But like water-based is like if you're using kids table condoms.
Oh, so it doesn't break the condom. Doesn't break the
silicone can like wear down the condom.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, there's water. I love how we've gone from Diane to lube.
I know. And did you know, I told someone this recently that like, I know a gay, and this is a gay who also like they are not alone in this practice. Okay. Like there is like a device that you can like shoot lube up your ass to be like pre-lubed because everyone loves the fantasy of just like, but like, no, like kids table moment, like I topped at the jockstrap night. We didn't even do a refresh of the jockstrap night. And I'm not proud. It was like.
You're not proud to top?
It's just like.
It's just not like your flavor. Yeah.
It was like, it just kind of happened. Like you just kind of like turned around and then it was like, then it was happening. And it was like, suddenly I was inside him. And then I was like, ugh, now this is when I have to like
do
stuff. And at first I was kind of marking it. And then I was like, this is rude. Like, it's like, don't mark it. Like,
oh, right. Oh my God. I'm just realizing we didn't talk about this on the podcast.
No.
So I've just jumped in here. We're all over the place today.
So I did successfully go to jockstrap night very early. Was not the first one there, which we love. We love not being asked to help set up.
Yes. But you still had to put your stuff in garbage bags. And I would like to talk to management because I have some cool branding ideas.
The garbage bag was real also because it's a very tight space at the beginning. So like, I heard someone be like, oh, it really bottlenecks right here. Cause it was like you're in this tiny space being like trying to get off your pants and like it's like the least sexy thing to like try to get off jeans and everything in a confined space and putting your clothes in garbage bags. Like you're like let everyone, I feel like you're all just like choosing to not look at each other because you're like, this is not the fantasy.
Yeah, this is going to ruin it later on. I can't see you like taking off your socks.
No, it's a peek behind the curtain we don't need.
No, I don't ever want to see that. And then do you put on like little sandals?
You just keep your shoes on.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me really get this.
Okay.
So you're completely nude.
You're in a jockstrap.
Yeah.
Jockstrap night.
Ass out. And then what are we talking about with shoes and socks? Like, are we talking dress socks, dress shoes? Or are we talking like a cute pattern sock sneaker?
I wear my cosplay fucking like, I don't even remember what brand they were, which is good because I'm not name dropping, but like a nice a nice loafer.
Yeah, but like, because like I think I would be disgusted seeing like a slimline brown black dress sock with like a shiny leather patent shoe.
Okay, first of all, like this is not the gays' first rodeo. Like people are obviously like there are a lot of people in like a white sneaker with maybe like a knee-high Adidas sock.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Or
I need a sock. I need a statement sock. I don't want to see re-wearing an ankle.
Well, then you don't see it. So
oof. Maybe. When those come off, they're disgusting. When you see
just
like
gray, like just like
the little white ankle sock that like dips below, like it makes me want to barf. Just
disgusting.
You can see the toes in them. It's disgusting. Okay.
Quinn is just clopping around right now.
Has thoughts on the jockstrap night, the dress code.
But I also did hook. I hooked up with two daddies.
I'm proud of you. Two
dose. And one I like exchanged numbers with and then like hooked up like with later. And I was like, can I call you daddy? And he was like, I have children, so no.
We have to, I hope in 2022 you're like manifesting like daddy and Republican daddy for you.
Then he goes,
what?
But I can be your uncle that you compare dicks with.
You have to leave. That you can't see that person again. You can't see that person again. No, you can't see that person again. That's bizarre.
Kink shame.
I am not kink shaming. But I can be your uncle.
You don't believe me as like the 18-year-old nephew who like just moved to the city and wants to compare dicks?
Pump the brakes, Leah Michelle. Okay, first of all, this isn't like you auditioning to play ingenue.
I just got off the bus.
Bus, club, another club, another club.
Okay, so that was a highlight for me was the jockstrap story because I cannot stop thinking about like hot, sexy gay men with their butts out, but their little clothes in a garbage bag. There's something about it that just is humbling from top to bottom.
Oh, okay, right. So additional humbling moments. So I strip off everything to put into the garbage bag.
Oh, God.
And so then you're standing around in a jockstrap and your fancy loafers. And
I can't.
And I realized that this is like pre-Omicron, that I put my mask in my jacket Because again, we are all standing around without our masks on.
Of course.
Right? So then I go up the stairs and they're like, oh, you need to have a mask on to like go upstairs. And I'm like, okay, so I've been like standing and breathing this whole time. And then I'm going to go up the stairs truly with no one beside me. And I need to have a mask on. And the mask was in the garbage bag, and the garbage bags are in a heap that the poor burdened person it's very much like you get one. Like, I will get your garbage bag when you are leaving, but we are not doing like, oh, can you grab, I forgot my whatever.
No, they have no time.
But I, of course, have my little, like a little crossbody.
We love the brand.
That also kind of cinched. I felt like it created a visual. It was like an arm pop, but it was like a bag.
Oh, I need that. Okay.
Guess?
And Balenciaga?
Pardon?
Fendi? Was it Fendi? What?
Givenchy.
A Givenchy. Okay.
A Givenchy. Sale, but Givenchy. So I had brought an addition, like an option for my jockstrap that was in the crossbody, and I was like, I don't have a mask, but I do have an additional jockstrap.
Oh God.
So I put it on my face. The reason I did not choose it was because it had not been washed.
Of course. And there it is. And that's absolutely disgusting. Here's the thing that I'm going to say that may be a bit controversial.
Again, probably someone's kink, not mine.
Not mine?
Not mine.
And listen, I can, I'm not going to yuck your yum.
Prison panties that I'm like selling.
Your prison panties. Also, I will say this though.
18 and in jail.
Oh, uncle. Cut that. It's disgusting. So, but I still think that is less disgusting than someone with like creepy socks and shoes. I don't know what that says about me.
Yeah, still, I like the way that I can still feel superior to, spoiler alert, one of my kids' table guests, the ponytail man who snitched me out in the line for jockstrap night. But
100%.
I digress. So jockstrap night, never a dull moment.
Never dull. Can I say though? I want to say that like I feel like you have like a book within you, like the tales.
I mean, it could certainly fit.
Patrick Storyteller, This American Life, when we uncovered the wire fence. And I feel like the wire fence has permeated this podcast,
and I mean,
the listeners. So many people felt seen by the wire fence. People knew about the wire fence.
And people were like, and that is where I think this community for allowing me to really just let it all hang out. And this is such a perfect segue because, of course, at my table is whoever cut the first wire fence at Stonewall, like that.
No one died at Stonewall.
The gay that when the city of Toronto on Hanlan's Beach, where people fuck in the bushes, when the city of Toronto said no gays, and they put up a fence, and someone said no Toronto, and fucking popped that baby open, with a wonky woo like secret garden fucking entrance, like, and we all just like carried the message, like kind of like it's that one, like you kind of and then the community that was able to form on the other end of it's forever giving.
And do you find whenever you're beyond the wire fence, like I know that it's not my place. I'm gonna dampen the vibe. No one needs my sort of energy.
Right. Do you have sunblock on energy?
I worry. But do you feel like I feel like it's a place untouched by that weird energy? You just,
Yeah, because I think there's
There's no bachelorette party stumbling upon the wire fence.
It's that. It's like, because you can still, and for some people, maybe that's more exciting. It's like, right. Oh, like before the wire fence, you're like, potentially someone could misread a signal and walk their dogs through this path.
There's no way.
It happens.
Who's going on like a dip down adventure with their dog through the wire fence?
I mean, I don't know. I guess you brought your dog to I don't know, but it does happen. Sometimes you see like straight people just kind of like, they're like, oh, I'm really busy in here.
I love your impression of the straights. You know, we really do sound like that. Oh my God.
But the straights see a fence and they go, oh, I'll turn it around then. The gays see which one's broken. Like this is like, you shall not pass. Tonight I'm going to a clothing optional New Year's party.
How do you get these invites? Like, who am I? I thought it was a joke.
Okay, I thought it was a joke. Like, it was like clothing optional, and I was like, LOL.
So you're going to a 10-person clothing optional,
rapid tested New Year's party.
I'm thankful that you're doing that, but isn't it annoying that we have to say that now for probably the rest of our lives? Like, we all went to this cottage. We all rapid tested every day.
I know, where you have exactly. And it's, I remember Carly Thorne saying, it's like, why do we have to say these things like we're running for Senate, like to your friends?
It's so
where
true.
Where it's like, or like, I think you would assume that I am doing things at least somewhat right.
We all are doing what we can do, but it is so funny. We're like, and we were all tested, and we all are just saying,
everyone's all vaxxed, and
and the windows are open, and we are.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, like, yeah, duh. Like,
just what did you do? I don't care.
Yeah. And it said in the thing like clothing optional, and I was kind of like, like LOL.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it might be. So I'm like I like, you know, nared the snatch.
Nared it.
I ride hard for nair.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's got to burn.
No.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. Okay.
I mean, for a while, I was getting a Brazilian at a gay sex store / barbershop / waxing experience, where the gentleman waxing my nether regions was like, just so you know, the body can sometimes confuse the sensation of pain with pleasure, so you may become erect, and there's nothing, like, you don't need to be embarrassed.
Okay, and I was like, I love that.
And I was like, thank you so much for saying that, but like, if I get a boner during this, like, you'll never see me again. Like, I will run.
Yeah. Did you get a boner?
No.
Of course, that sounds painful. So, like,
also because he's like, and I'll be like touching a lot of stuff. Like, we gotta move things, we gotta raise things, you know, like, so pull the lever, release, bop it, twist it.
Bop it. Okay, wait. So the Brazilian is everything's gone.
A
little strip?
I think the Brazilian was like trimmed the top, like the like top pube, but then it was shaft, balls, taint, hole.
Okay, that's
which
painful.
I will say, everyone, like, I was like, oh God, the balls are gonna hurt so bad. And he was like, he's like, that's what you think. He was like, but it's all about the thickness of the hair, and your balls have very thin hair, so it didn't hurt at all. It was base of the shaft that you're just like,
oh yeah. I had maybe the worst Brazilian ever, and I got a Brazilian because it was crazy. I didn't think to trim anything down. I just was like, have at it.
Yeah.
This woman put so much wax. She put a full, like, too much wax. Like, because you should do it in sections. I knew I was in a bad zone. She put it over basically my entire like like top of my vagina, and talked for too long. And once the wax is on, the only way to get it off is to rip it off. And I was black and blue, bruised, like red, and then it was like maroon, and then it was splotchy with like just trauma.
Oh,
yeah. And she was like, "So you do comedy?" And I was like, "Not now, not after this, not after this. No, it's only dramatic from now on."
Even your retelling wasn't funny. It was just painful.
I can't tell you. And I've had great ones,
because I feel it. I can feel it. I'm an empath.
I'm an empath. No, it was a very thick level of wax, and it was just, and she had to go over it twice, which is also not a thing.
No, sis.
Wow. So you've nared everything, which I'm surprised didn't burn, because I've tried to do that and I've hurt myself as well.
You get the sensitive formula, and you very much stick to, you got to do a quick application and then 5-minute timer. Don't fuck around.
And off it goes. So now, are you going to jockstrap it, or are you just going to let it all?
The plan is to have a jock, start the new year the way you want it finished, and hold out. And so then it's maybe potentially, if they're naked people, maybe go down to the jock. I did volunteer to be the party fluffer just in case.
A little sucky.
What can you bring to the party, kind of thing.
I feel like we need to acknowledge your evolution throughout this first season of the pod, where I feel like you think that you've really started at a gay 2, but I think that you've really bumped up to at minimum an 8.
Thank you.
But the snapback is real.
Thank you so much. I mean, I did, in the pandemic, have someone tell me that I looked like James Corden.
Who told you that?
That was tough. That was a gay.
Well, okay. That is okay. Listen. Also,
and some things you can't unhear.
Well, my whole life. And I will tell you, but do you think James Corden's at home being like, why doesn't everyone like me? When did we all decide as a group to just really?
I was a very early adopter. He lost me when he hosted the Tony Awards, and he kept on going to his parents being like, "What do you think is happening?" And then being like, they're so funny. And I was like, this is nothing. For us, this is nothing.
I mean, let me ask the audience.
So I have a New Year's resolution that is from the table that you have started, and I'm really hoping that I can really achieve this in 2022. And it started with you and our lovely friend Ming, and that is, I feel the peach sweater. Now that might be a deep cut for the podcast, but in early days of the table, I very confidently wore what I thought to be a very
chic piece.
A piece that when I put it on at the vintage store, I now know I was being read instead of supported. Where
they said, "This is so you."
Yes. And also,
now this is you.
Yes. That did happen to me, and now I know it was an attack.
A t-shirt that says 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, 3 tequila floor.
This girl clocked me, and she was just and she said to me, "Not everyone can pull this off." And I chose to take it as I'm special, I'm cool.
Yeah, and then Stacey rolled up to the pod, rocking her peach sweater, and there was a collective
pause. There was a collective pause and questioning, and I remember Ming also mentioned thought I was being cool wearing a t-shirt, and he mentioned how I was really stretching the image with my breasts. So, anyways, and I take that all in stride because it was all true. But I'm hoping in 2022 I can, start dressing. I need to find my style. I'm in a wonky phase.
See, okay. Maybe I'm a bit more of that sales associate being like,
go on.
Like, this is you. Like, I'm like, I see, like, this year has been very exciting. Stacey McGonigal is now a Canadian celebrity.
Give me a break.
This hour has 22 minutes. Like, I keep waiting for like the very special episode where we just see the full hour of The Lonely Mom. Like,
The Lonely is on my list.
Is it really?
The Lonely Mom, the Fringe show.
Stacey's one-woman show, The Lonely Mom. Yeah, I just think it needs to be televised. It needs.
Oh yeah, I really do. I cannot wait for Lifetime to pick up my my holiday classic, The Lonely Mom. But I purchased a royal blue camel coat.
Okay.
I guess they're not called camel coats. What are they? You know what I'm talking about? Like the wool from
Peacoat?
Zara. Peacoat, maybe. From Zara, royal blue. And let me tell you, it's a whole different energy. But underneath is where I'm still struggling. So okay, we're not arguing that. That's really fun.
I was okay. No. I mean, no. I think first of all, you're beautiful and amazing.
Okay.
You are rapid tested.
I'm rapid tested. Okay,
You
I'm
are
socially
double taxed.
distancing.
You are doing your best. Yeah. I mean,
because you're a brand queen, okay? So another highlight for me is obviously Poshmark, and that can't go without saying. Now, to get kicked off Poshmark seems ridiculous, okay? It seems crazy.
They're like, you feel more like just Mark, not Poshmark. Have you thought about our sister outlet?
Your face when I called them pieces, is ingrained in my mind for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And asking if they were Old Navy, which was honestly kind of mean. Like, and I would have apologized, but then you said yes.
Half of my work. Here's the thing. I want to start elevating because you buy really, like, you're always so well dressed, and but you spend money, and I struggle to push myself to like buy a Gucci whatever, to buy the thing.
And like, okay, look, it's like I am not showing up in a Gucci coat. Like, it's like I do not have $5,000.
It's crazy.
But yeah, if your like big upgrade is a Zara coat,
okay,
like,
first
it's
of all,
like,
I've been Zara-ing. I do the Zara, okay?
And it's like you are on TV now, so it doesn't mean that like it's like, look, tis the season. We have a Boxing Day. We can like pop to Holt Renfrew. We can look on a rack.
I'm struggling to spend $200 on a basic.
I mean, lest we forget, you were trying to sell your dress on Poshmark for, I believe, $280.
Okay, first of all, that dress, it wasn't for $280. That dress was almost $400.
So you've done it before.
That was a gift.
Wait, did someone give it to you?
Yes, it was gifted.
You didn't even spend the $400, and you were trying to charge someone $200 for an old ass dress.
It's not even old ass. The tag was on. It was never been worn.
Oh my God.
Delusion.
Maybe season 2, it's just full sex for us. Like, we're just like full rich.
Clothing optional.
Like, we only wear like the Row, like the Olsen brand.
By the way, like, throwback clip of us literally saying this a year ago, being like, we are on a style journey. We are glowing up. We are wearing all beige head to toe. And I cannot buy beige.
We're not buying beige. We're going to come in with pattern. We're going to come in with brightness. We're going to step away from merch. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? The old tailor is dead, to take a quote out of your book. Okay.
Yeah. It's why? Because she's dead. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. It's dumb. And
but
Peloton and Taylor Swift are doing a collab, and I refuse to do the classes.
Oh.
It's like an All Too Well extended version.
I was just gonna say, I was like, I'm putting at my table. We are just like, we're so synced up right now.
Wow.
Because at my table, it's not this, but like, I just would want everyone to know that the soundtrack is just All Too Well, a 10-minute version on repeat.
At the kids' table or at your table?
At my table. That's what's happening.
Then I'm gonna have Harvey Milk at my table and
enemy of the pod, Harvey Milk.
You made him your own enemy of the pod.
I just don't want a speech. I don't want I want a conversation. Maybe he is a conversationalist, but again, Harvey Milk would so be like, we were all rapid tested, and just so you know, of course, like he would do all of that. Where I'm like,
I love how you're dragging like just a queer icon for being like too proud, you know?
Yeah, I would just need it to not be soapboxy because it's like we're all on the same side.
We're
Harvey.
at dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would you say was your your favorite person at the table or your favorite conversation we had at the table?
Like guest?
Yeah. Or we can talk about guests too, but like the person that we invited to our table, not even guests, just like that was the most shocking or surprising or
like
COVID.
Who did we have that like?
I think for me, it was like.
Oh, I know.
Okay, say it.
Meghan Markle.
I mean, talk about like rich basics.
Yeah, Meghan Markle and I cutting eyes and going to the bathroom, going to the gender neutral bathroom together and being like, what is going on?
Oh my God. I would so be left out. And the thing is, I like Meghan Markle. She looks super rich. She doesn't wear anything flashy, but it's so expensive.
YSL, baby.
YSL. We all know that she is like a low-key mean girl. And I say that with love and respect.
Yeah.
But she is.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like Kate. And Kate doesn't like her.
No.
Fucking
sing us a song. You're the piano man. I can't with Kate.
Oh my God. I was a bit embarrassed for her at that piano. I thought showing a bit of leg, and I was like,
giving Charlotte's daughter at the recital. Like,
I can't. Oh, I wanted to ask you this because we're just bit bopping around. Everyone have fun, but what do we think about?
And just like that.
Well, yeah, but also like the Kim Cattrall of it all, because really prepping for And Just Like That, I sort of went back because I was like, I don't really remember the feud. And I was like, I need to remember this. And dare I say I'm on Sarah Jessica Parker's side?
Same.
Because from the little birdies around me, I'm hearing allegedly, Kim Cattrall is a bit of a tornado.
Yes.
Right?
I have heard the same tales. And yeah, I think it's tough when like it really does seem like Sarah Jessica Parker in general, like almost like a bit of the Britney Spears, where like everyone who seems to be asked about her is like, she's so nice. Like, people would be like, I met her on the street, or I said hi or something. So gracious, so kind. Like people like very professional, very sweet to the crew, all of that stuff. So it's like kind of a weird person to be like, fuck you. And Kim's whole thing was kind of like, we were never friends. And you're like, okay. And
even she was like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like her response is she's like never spoken ill. She's been super gracious.
Yeah.
Gave pretty realistic, rational responses.
Yeah.
About it. And I just was like, I could be wrong here, but I'm siding with Sarah Jessica Parker on this one.
Yeah. And she's so beautiful.
She's so beautiful. She's like, I feel like aging. Like, I hate to bring up that aging thing, but like, she's just doing it in a way that's like,
she looks amazing.
She looks amazing.
And I'm so glad because, like, remember, there was a while where, not unlike Taylor Swift, I felt like we had to pretend we didn't like Sarah Jessica Parker, or like people were always calling her like horse face and stuff, where I was always like, I think she's like stunning. Like, am I? And you're just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just like quietly think she's so beautiful. And now I just feel like very liberated. Like, clothing optional. Sarah Jessica Parker is
very
fucking
clothing
gorge.
optional. And like Hocus Pocus, she was gorgeous.
Amok.
Yeah. But I think the reason we didn't, I think collectively we were like, we didn't want her in like rom-coms. Like we just weren't embracing her film career.
However, Family Stone, the ultimate Christmas movie.
And you know what? She is actually good in the Christmas or Family Stone, whatever. I was going to call it the Christmas Stone, but Family Stone, her and Rachel McAdams, like she's very awkward. I thought she was really good in that.
Yes.
But like the other stuff, like what's it called? Like the one with, is it Matthew
Her
McConaughey?
trying to be like, well, you wouldn't want your kid to be gay. It's just so good. And also T. Harvey. No, I'm kidding.
No, but do you like And Just Like That?
No,
I just watched,
but I love it. Like I love it, and I don't like it. Like I'm like, there are parts of it that I'm really enjoying. There are parts that I'm like, okay. I think
I'm done with remakes. We don't want them. Like why can't we just like remember something as being really great?
Right.
Like, why do we need it to come back? I know like marketing and money, they're like, okay, well, you like this thing, we'll give you this thing for the rest of your life over and over and over again. But like, we can just leave it.
Okay.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that like watching And Just Like That is challenging because I'm like, I can't believe that they wanted me to think that the non-binary person is the villain of the series. But like, because I think the other thing is like, they're putting all of this like social justice stuff on Sarah Ramirez, who I famously saw in Spamalot.
Oh my God. The Diva's Lament is so good.
And they came out to the stage door wearing their Tony dress because it was their birthday. And they were like, I'm never going to wear this again. So like, I just thought I'd fucking turn it out. And we lived.
Love.
But Sarah Ramirez has to like talk about all of the social justice stuff, which cool. Yay. Great. And then, but the writing isn't like funny enough to make it not feel like honestly like beating us over the head. Like when they have the whole like stand-up act, I'm like, none of this is funny. You're just being like just annoying. So that's tough.
Yeah.
I also don't think Miranda has a drinking problem, but like that kind of shows where my bar's at. Like I'm like well, a real alcoholic would have a 2.6, not mini bottles. She's fine. She's just having a hard day.
She's having There we go. Interesting. No, I think it's like an interesting thing because I think there were so many criticisms like afterwards. Like obviously it's wild to have a show about New York or really any place in the world and it's just for white women. Like obviously they're trying to address that in a really big like swooping way. And so it's a bit like wooden where they're just jamming all of these like apologies.
Yeah, they're jamming.
Like, we heard you, we see you, jamming, and it's like, okay, you can slowly unpack. But like so I'm hoping that later in the series, it sort of, it just sort of evens itself out.
And I read something. Okay, I didn't.
This is just an opinion of mine.
Okay, no. Someone read something and told me about it.
Listen, this is the new reading. This is 2022, baby.
So someone read something about how like it's more about like the world of the show, like basically being like, if like you can have a show about 4 white women who are friends with each other.
Sure.
But it's like if the world of the show, like it's like if you're making it seem like New York is only white people, like, then that's where it's weird. So it's like you just need to have like a more realistic world around them. It can still be about 4 white women who maybe even mainly date other white men or whatever. Like it's like, but the world of the show. Yeah,
and you have to have those conversations that would be happening if that was completely the case.
And that was an important article that my cousin read. So
That's what we should start in the interim of season 2 of The Table is a book club, but based off other people's books that they've read and they've told us.
That is so, because I was like referencing, someone was talking about like the environment or whatever. And I was like, well, I mean, like Seaspiracy, like it's like literally we could all still use plastic straws, and like the Chinese like industrial fishing like industry would still be destroying the oceans, because I think that was the takeaway from that movie, but I never watched it.
Oh my God.
Like I didn't even watch a bit of it.
No.
But I just heard people talk about it after, and that was their takeaway, and I was like, yep.
You know, already when you were explaining it, there are words that you were using in the description that like are not even within the scope of my vocabulary. Like I feel so
I also feel like
rudimentary.
maybe someone who watched it or knows stuff is being like, oh, wrong.
Oh, well, if you're listening to this and you watched it, can you tell your friend and then have them tell us about Seaspiracy, please?
Yeah. Tell your friend who's like good with like brevity, keeping it punchy.
But
like,
here's the thing.
We don't need a long-winded one.
When did you pick up brevity?
I have an interesting mind, but I want to smell like a slut, to be totally honest.
And that's the end of season 1.
And that's the end of season 1. This has been so much fun. I love this podcast to death. Everyone is so supportive and lovely also who listen to this and watch it and comment on our YouTube and help us try and get monetized, which I feel like in 2022, we're going to get there.
2022, you're right. Oh my God, you're so fucking right. I'm going to like write that on a piece of paper and shove it in my hole.
What tables will we have? What children will be at the table that we weren't the kids table?
Oh, well, I'm like, what children are at the table? Well, it's like anyone under 30, you're like, I don't want to hear them. I don't want them at the table.
I'm not like that.
Yes, you are. Zendaya, fucking
she wasn't. No,
Olivia Rodrigo. Like
yeah, but you were putting them in. You were putting them in with like older people at the table. Like when you're doing 30 plus, I don't care to hear about an 18-year-old going, my Disney crush was mean and I wrote an album of. It's like, Olivia, we love that and I'm here for it, but you have to read the room.
Okay, I'm just saying.
What's Olivia Rodrigo gonna like tell Rihanna or tell Adele? Or tell Kate Hudson or whoever else, Chelsea Handler. We don't want, you know what I mean? I want the wisdom.
I mean, again, like, it's like, I just feel like now you're kind of building a case retroactive. Like, it's like in that moment, that table made sense. Like,
no, it didn't.
You're trying to you're rewriting history.
No,
and
I think because you
this feels like a good place to end. No.
I feel like you will build a table that's age appropriate for where you are at, and then
18.
you realize that it might feel a bit old, and you're like, well, I'm not old, so and then here's I also am young, and then I have to remind you that hi old,
well, yeah. Your table is like Led Zeppelin.
Oh God, I'm obsessed. All right, everyone. Well, we adore you all so much. We will be back for season 2. Thank you for making season 1 a dream of all dreams. And we'll see you soon. And bye.
Bye, Woodstock.